Dear students, today I am here with a new video of chapter 8, Structure and Function of Living Organisms Plants. Here in this video we are going to discuss about an important part of the plant, the leaf. Students, leaf is a green colored, thin, broad and flat part of the plant. It grows on the shoot at a node, and the younger and smaller leaves they can be seen on the upper part of the stem, whereas the older one are at the lower part of the stem. Now the structure of the leaf. So this is the external structure of the leaf, where this expanded flat part, it is known as the lamina or the leaf blade, where the photosynthesis occur. So this is the small structure. With the help of this structure, the leaf is attached to the stem and it is known as the petiole. Further, this petiole continues through the lamina and is known as the midrib. And this midrib further branches into a fine network, and this network is known as the veins. And these veins help in transportation of food material and also provide support to the lamina. So this was about the structure of the leaf. Now the function of the leaf. Dear students, as you know, the leaf prepare food for the plant. So here leaf uses water and carbon dioxide as its raw material, and in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll it prepare its food, and in this process oxygen is released in the air, along with the excess amount of water is also released. So how this happens through stomatas. So leaf also help in the exchange of gases through small pores called stomata. So these stomatal pores can be seen on the surface of the leaf. So these are the stomatas. From here the exchange of gases takes place, means carbon dioxide is used up by the leaf for preparation of food and oxygen is released in the nature. Along with that, by the process of transpiration, the excess water is also removed from the plant. So these stomatas they play an important role. Next is leaf venation. So what is leaf venation? It is the pattern of veins on the leaf, and these patterns can be seen in different ways in different plants. So first is your parallel venation. Dear students, when the veins are parallel to the midrib, this is the midrib and these are the veins. So if the veins are parallel to the midrib, such type of pattern is called parallel venation. This type of pattern can be seen in your grass or maize or wheat or rice, means the monocotyledon plants having fibrous root. So this is the characteristic of monocotyledon plants, and by looking at the leaves of such plants we can find out what kind of root system these plants are having. In the similar way, when we look at this leaf, we see a network of veins on the both side of the midrib. Here you can see the network of the veins. So such type of venation is called reticulate venation, and here such type of venation can be seen in your beans, peas, etc., means the dicotyledons having the taproot system. So this is the characteristic feature of a taproot plant or the dicotyledon plant. So this was all about your leaf venation. Next is your modification of leaf. Dear students, as you know, the main function of the leaf is to prepare food for the plant. But in some plants, these leaves they get modified to perform certain special functions. So here in this plant cactus, the leaves they are modified into a hard pointed structure called the spine, and these spines they play an important role. They act as defense organ for protecting against grazing animals, and also reduces the loss of water during excessively hot climate. And dear students, in these plants, stem plays the role of the leaf, means stem prepares food for these plants. Next is the leaf pitcher. Students, in some plants like your leaf pitcher or sundew plant or the Venus flytrap, these plants they have highly modified leaves that trap and digest insects. Although these plants are preparing their food by the process of photosynthesis, but they also trap insects to fulfill the nutritional need. Means if the soil which is deficient in some nutrients, they grow in that soil, so to fulfill that nutrient requirement they eat or they digest these insects, and such plants are called insectivorous plants. Next is your leaf tendril. So, pea is an example of a such type of plant having the modified coiled structure. So, here the leaves are modified into a tendril, and these tendrils they help these plants to climb. So, here the leaves they are modified into tendril to perform a special function that they help the plant to climb. Next is leaf modified as a reproductive organ. So, the plants like your bryophyllum, on the notches of the leaves, you can see small plants arising from the leaf. So, these plants, when they grow, they detaches from this leaf and individually they grow into a new plant, or these buds they arise to or they give arise to a new plant. So this is the example of bryophyllum where the leaf is modified and it performs the process of reproduction. So here leaf is acting as a reproductive organ for this plant. So that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.